G'day everybody, it's Jason from Coastal Asbestos here on the Gold Coast, and it's day 3 of Asbestos Awareness Month. Now, what should we be aware of? Well, the fact that asbestos creates so many diseases, we can list them through. There's mesothelioma, asbestosis, types of lung cancer, types of ovarian cancer, types of esophagus cancer. And it kicks off a lot of things, because what the asbestos does is the minute fine particles, they get into the deepest part of your lungs, and they get in there and your body just can't eject them, and they hook in. They're going to create inflammation, which leads to cancers and other debilitating diseases that we spoke of before. Now, the reason why this happens is because of the dust. So asbestos-related diseases are dust-related diseases, which makes them totally preventable, 100% preventable, especially now with all the knowledge and all the PPE and the safety culture that we have within industry. It's readily available, it's quite cheap, and there's a lot of information on the internet on how to handle asbestos safely, how to transport it safely, where to dump it. You can put all sorts of control measures in place. Like, one of our favourite pieces of equipment is we use a negative pressure unit. And what that does is, as we're working, we can create an enclosure and hook up the negative pressure unit. Now, what that does is it basically it changes the air in the room, and it'll draw all of the air out of the room while we're working and passes it through a double HEPA filter. So there's absolutely no risk of any asbestos fibres coming outside that work area. I love it. It's not something that we are required to do under the Act for the work that we do, but we believe it's the gold standard for what we do. And we're using it a lot. And it is simply the best way to protect you and your family from asbestos, the dust that's created from asbestos. Now, that dust isn't pure asbestos. Asbestos sheeting and asbestos sheeting products are made of sand, cement, water, and asbestos fibres. When the sheets are broken, the dust from the sand and cement is released also, but also the asbestos. So there's no way to tell what you're breathing in. So the best thing is to make sure that you're wearing PPE, that you make sure, if you can, find someone who will use a negative pressure unit, even for a bathroom or a ceiling or any job in your home. It's the best way to prevent it. So just to recap on what we've spoken about today: asbestos-related diseases, mesothelioma, asbestosis, lung cancers, larynx cancers. It's turned up in ovarian cancers and some sort of kidney cancers as well. A lot of these diseases there are no cure for. So, as always in life, prevention is better than a cure. So I can't stress the importance enough of making sure that if you have any asbestos damage in your home, you call a professional immediately. Or if you're going to have any asbestos removed in your home, that you definitely do not do it yourself and you get professionals involved. I just think it's just above the scope and the capabilities of a DIY enthusiast, and that's what they are. You should be enthusiastic around the work that you want to do in your house, but it shouldn't lead to deadly consequences like asbestos-related diseases. So that's it for me today. If you like this video, there's plenty more over at our YouTube channel, Coastal Asbestos Removal, and you can catch up on what's going on with us on Facebook and Instagram. So that's it for me today. I'll see you tomorrow.